Hello students. So today we are going to see the failure of earthen dams. So in the previous lecture we got introduced to earthen dams, its types. Now we are going to see how these dams are going to fail. So as I have told you, the main problem with these earthen dams is water. If the water is flowing through or nearby the earthen dams, it is very much susceptible to cause a failure. So let us start with first one is seepage failure. So as you know, the percolation of water through soil medium by virtue of constant of permeability or hydraulic conductivity is termed as seepage. So how seepage is going to cause earthen dam to fail? So controlled seepage or limited uniform seepage is inevitable in all earth dam. That means we cannot totally remove this problem of seepage in earthen dams, and ordinarily it does not produce any cause, which is not providing any failure cause is controlled seepage. But if the seepage is not controlled, or concentrated type of seepage is there, or uncontrolled seepage is there through the dam body or through its foundation, it may lead to piping or sloughing, and it is the subsequent failure of the dam. So if dam is subjected to piping or sloughing, which is caused by due to uncontrolled seepage, then it is going to fail by piping. So what is piping? Piping is the progressive erosion or subsequent removal of the soil grains from within the body of dam. Sloughing is the progressive removal of soil from the wet downwards phase. So piping starts from upstream end and sloughing starts from downstream end. Now let us see piping through foundation. Sometimes when highly permeable cavities, you have to see the terms very carefully. Highly permeable cavities of coarse sand or gravel are present in the foundation of the dam, water may start seeping at a huge rate through them. So piping failure will be in coming to picture when the soil particle is fine sand, or when the hydraulic conductivity is high and porosity is very less. So this condition is occurred when the soil is sand, fine sand. This you might have seen the condition of quicksand in the geotechnical engineering. So where the effective stress becomes zero and the soil is not able to hold any kind of stress. Okay. So let us see how this is going to happen through dam body. So this is our foundation. This is the foundation we are having. So this is the water present. So what this water is going to do, this water will slowly seep in the foundation and it will form a piping or pipe like structure. So flow of water and erosive material. So due to this head, the force is there. Due to this force, if the particles are not able to hold that stress, they will start flowing with water and slowly create this type of structure. And what is going to happen? This dam will subsidize. Okay, because this is nothing but hollow space. So this dam will subsidize and it will cause a failure. So the concentrated flow at a high gradient should be very high. So you might have studied this I critical, which is G minus 1 upon 1 plus E. So it is totally depending upon the soil parameters. G is the specific gravity of soil, E is voidage of soil. So this is depending upon only soil parameters. Okay. So when it is going to happen? When the gradient is critical and the force is concentrated, the seepage is concentrated, the dam may sink down into the hollow so formed, causing it failure. So this was the piping through foundation. Okay, piping through foundation. So the piping is happening along with the foundation. Now let us see piping through the dam body. Piping can occur along dam body also. So when the concentrated flow channels So intensity is very important here. If intensity is not that high, then this piping failure is not that much, it will not cause harm. So when the concentrated flow channel gets developed in the body of the dam, soil may be removed in the same manner. So it is not, the phenomena is same, but instead of occurring at foundation, it is happening along the body. So you can see it in the next diagram. Let me show you. So this is something like this. Okay. So this is happening along the dam body. So this pipe like structure is created along the dam body. So these flow channel may develop due to faulty constructions, insufficient compaction, cracks which are developed in the embankment due to foundation settlement. If foundation is settling inabruptly, then this kind of that cracks will develop here and water will start flowing and it will create piping failure. All these causes can be removed by how? Better construction and better maintenance. So maintenance is very very important. After construction, it is nothing like you have just left the dam, you have to properly maintain it to mitigate the failure or to avoid the failure. Piping through the dam body generally gets developed near the pipe conduits passing through the dam body. So if water is available, then only piping is going to occur. Now let us see what is sloughing. Sloughing is something like this process is something similar to scoring. Okay. So the process behind the sloughing of the toe is somewhat similar to that of piping. The process of failure due to sloughing starts when it is going to start when the downstream toe becomes saturated and gets eroded. So erosion will start from here. So piping is starting from upstream side, this is upstream side, but sloughing will start from downstream side. So it is, if this is has become saturated, then the effective stress will become less and finally the piping will start, sloughing will start, producing a small slump or a miniature slide. So this is about seepage failure. Now let us see the structural failures, how this earthen dams are going to fail due to structural problems. So about 25% of the dam failure have been attributed to structural failure. So hydraulic failure was 40% and this is 25%. So structural failure are generally caused by shear failure. Why? Because soil is weak in shear, and if it is not able to take the external stresses, it will slide and that will be termed as a failure. So first is foundation slide. What if foundation of the earthen dam is going to slide? So how it is happening? Let us see. So if foundation is sliding, then overall dam will get into failure. So overall stability is in danger. So when the foundation of that earth dam are made of soft soil, so what we can learn from here, we have to avoid the soft soil for construction of these foundation of earthen dam, such as fine silt, soft clay. The entire dam may slide over the foundation. So if we are using these type of soils, then there is a danger of sliding of the foundation. Sometimes seams of fissured rock, shale of soft clay, etc. may exist under the foundation, and the dam may slide over some of them, causing its failure. So this is happening something like this. So here sliding has happened and this foundation material has come out, and this way the movement is there. In this type of failure, the top of the embankment gets crack and subside. The lower slope moves outward. Slope is moving outward, forming large mud wave near the heel. So it is talking about this heave. Now, so excessive pore water pressure is in confined seams of the sand. Seam means some cracks, small cracks. If excessive pore water is there, sand or silt. So pressure, artesian pressure in the abutment or hydrostatic excess developed due to consideration of clay seams embedded between sands or silts. It may reduce the shear strength. So excessive pore water pressure, how, let me just tell you. So effective stress is nothing but total stress minus u. U is pore water pressure, and shear strength is a function of effective stress. Okay, if it is increased, so it will decrease, then finally shear strength will decrease. So in this way you can see the interdependency of these parameters. So if excess pore water pressure is there, then the shear strength is going to reduce, leading to the failure of the dam foundation. Okay, without warning, this will be sudden failure. Suddenly shear strength is going to be 0 and it will fail. Loose sand foundations may fail by the liquefaction or flow slides. So liquefaction you will be dealing in the geotechnical engineering in much more detail. So liquefaction is nothing but you can just understand like effective stress becomes 0 and soil will flow like liquid. Such type of phenomena is termed as liquefaction. So this you can refer to geotechnical lectures. So this was the foundation slide. Now the embankment slide. Embankment can also slide. Okay, when the embankment slopes are too steep, if slopes are too steep for the strength of the soil, so strength is more and the slopes which we have provided is not able to withstand that stress, then what is going to happen? They will fail. So this may lead to slide off, causing the dam failure. The most critical condition of the slide of the upstream slope is the sudden drawdown of the reservoir. If the sudden drawdown is there at the upstream end, then this type of failure may occur. Okay, so it was for upstream side. The upstream slope failure seldom lead to catastrophic failure, but the downstream slope are very serious. So upstream failure is okay, we can allow up to certain limits, because there the population is not living on the upstream side, mostly the population lives in the downstream side. So if downstream failure is there, then it is very much dangerous. So we have to avoid the failure on the downstream side. So these failures generally occur due to development of excessive unaccounted pore pressures, which may reduce the shearing strength of the soil. So as I have told you, the how pore water pressure, if it is in excess, it will reduce the effective stress, which will indirectly reduce the shear strength. Now let us see some design criteria for earth dam. So first is a fill of sufficiently low permeability. So permeability should be low so that the flow of water can be avoided. If flow of water is not there, seepage will not be there. Seepage is not there, liquefaction is not there. Liquefaction is not there, nothing danger of failure is there. So we have to choose the soil which is having a very low permeability so that the flow of water can be avoided. Sufficient spillway and outlet capacity should be provided so as to avoid the possibility of overstopping during the design flood. So spillway, some structures should be made so that the excess water can be safely escape from the during the high flood period. The excess water can be easily taken away from the dam. It will also reduce the chances of failure. Sufficient freeboard must be provided for wind setup, wave action, frost action and earthquake motions. So if freeboard is there, then the fluctuation can be easily accommodated, so it will reduce the cause of failure. The seepage line or phreatic line should remain well within the downstream face of the dam so that no sloughing of the face occur. So the seepage you will be studying in very much in comprehensive manner in the geotechnical engineering. So if you want to understand what is happening here, just go to the seepage lecture of geotechnical engineering. You will get a very clear picture actually what is happening here. So these things, phreatic line, all the things you will get a very clear picture. Fifth is there is a little harm in seepage through a flood control dam if the stability of foundation and embankments is not impaired by piping, sloughing, etc. But a conservation dam must be as watertight as possible. So the main problem with urgent dam is water only. So what we have to take care, we have to make it watertight as much possible as we can do. So we should avoid the flow of water through the dam. There should be no possibility of free flow of water from the upstream to the downstream fade. So the water should flow as per our designed path or the streamlines which it is supposed to follow. It should not flow freely. If it will flow freely, it will create some problems to the dam. So these are some design criteria we have to take care in mind while designing a earth dams. So in this part the earthen dams is completed. There is no numericals. This is a very numericals are there, but they are very complex. They will not ask in the exam. So in the next lecture we are going to start our gravity dams. It is very important in real life also and for exam purpose also. So this is all for today. Thank you.